So Oklahoma provides us a great central location where we can source materials from all over North America. We really like our location in Oklahoma. The shovel-ready site is already linked to major highway, major rail, and sits on the largest inland waterway system in the United States, ideal for our hub and spoke model.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Roshan Pujari. He is the CEO of Stardust Power. And Roshan, great to see you. How are you?
Doing great, Steve. Thanks for having me on today. Happy to be with you at Proactive.
Yeah, excited to learn a bit more about what's going on. I know you had some news out recently, and we'll talk about in just a second, all about based around Oklahoma, and we'll talk about that in a moment. But maybe give me a bit of background on the company.
Happy to. So at Stardust Power, what we see is the world needs a lot of battery-grade lithium to power the energy transition. And there's a national security priority to onshore manufacturing of these critical materials. Entities of foreign concern often dominate this supply chain. So at Stardust Power, what we're doing is building what could be the largest lithium refinery in North America. And we're putting it in a very strategic central location in Oklahoma for proximity to both supply as well as offtake. And the technological innovation that we're adding is optimizing the large central refinery for multiple sources of brine input so we can aggregate supply and scale manufacturing to up to 50,000 tons per annum at full capacity.
Yeah, so tell me about Oklahoma and why that was so key to get in that particular area. You mentioned obviously supply. So obviously there's some areas where you could feed from.
We know the US and North America in general are rich in lithium raw materials just previously that had not been developed. So now there's investment going upstream into raw material production on the West Coast and the Southeast in Canada. So Oklahoma provides us a great central location where we can source materials from all over North America. We really like our location in Oklahoma. The shovel-ready site is already linked to major highway, major rail, and sits on the largest inland waterway system in the United States, ideal for our hub and spoke model. Great partnership with the state of Oklahoma as a legacy energy producer. They really understand the energy space. The Oklahoma Department of Commerce has given us an analysis of up to 257 million in largely state incentives for us developing it there. And Oklahoma also has a large skilled workforce in oil and gas engineering that can be cross-trained for our lithium refinery. So Oklahoma has a lot of advantages to it.
Okay. As I mentioned, you had some news out. You've decided on a company that will work on the definitive engineering study. So tell everyone just the importance of that particular work that's going to be done and sort of the next stages.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. So the next steps for us is we're doing our definitive engineering study, a FEL3 level study, which is a precursor to starting major construction. And we chose Primero USA because of their extensive experience in lithium, and especially in the United States. They've done a couple of big projects here in the US that are public record. And so they have a lot of expertise, not only in lithium, but doing business in the United States from engineering and then going into detailed design. So the next steps for Stardust is to race towards that major construction. That means definitive engineering, finishing permitting, project finance, and definitive offtake, to name a few. So we look forward to a groundbreaking and then starting our major construction early next year.
And everything goes well, up and running in what, about 2-3 years? Is that the idea?
Yeah, typically we see about 18 to 24 months to build these type of facilities, but there's a bunch of things that we're doing in advance to potentially shorten that timeline. We'll start early earthworks early as soon as we're permitted for that, do a groundbreaking. We can source long lead machinery, such as transformers and crystallizers. And also one of the innovative things we're doing to shorten our time to revenue is developing the back end of the production line first. So our entire production line will take a lithium chloride to a battery grade lithium carbonate. we can build the back end of the train so we could take a technical grade lithium and manufacture a battery grade.
Wow. Fascinating stuff for sure. Roshan, thank you so much. Great to catch up with you and see what you're all about. And we look forward to following your story over the next few years. It's going to be an exciting one to tell.
Pleasure, Steve. Thanks again for having me today.
All right, there's Roshan Pujari. He's the CEO of Stardust Power.